Are you looking for a guide on how to write a research proposal for your dissertation or thesis? You have come to the right place, because in this video I will show you how to prepare, structure and write your research proposal in 6 simple steps. With this knowledge, you will easily convince your future supervisor that your research is going to make a difference, and you better get the green light to start with it immediately. And now, without further ado, welcome to Shribe. Many thanks to Shribe for sponsoring this video. More about Shribe later. What is a research proposal? It's like a preview for a larger study. Its purpose is to convey the basic idea of the research that you plan to do and describe the project and its timeline. In a research proposal, the focus is on the relevance and planning of the project. The goal is to convince the supervisor or journal editor about the potential value of your proposed study. Okay, all of this makes sense, but how do you write such a research proposal? This is what this video is for. In the next 10 minutes or so, you will get a quick and complete solution for writing your own proposal. Before we start with the contents, you need to know that a research proposal determines the direction of the next weeks and months of your research. It is, so to speak, the blueprint of your study. Don't worry if you can't predict certain things or if you're uncertain. Oftentimes, the final version of how a study turns out differs significantly from the ideas presented in the research proposal. Nevertheless, utmost concentration is required when writing your proposal. It is not just a tedious formality that must be completed according to the examination regulations. The more effort you put into your proposal, the more you will benefit from it during your actual study. This is because you can use all the contents you produce for your final manuscript as well. Writing a proposal not only helps your supervisor evaluate your idea, but also helps you because it gives you a clear direction and actionable steps to undertake. Now all we need is a blueprint for the blueprint. Step 1. The introduction, the first element of your research proposal. Fortunately, you can write it exactly as you would in the final manuscript. There is no difference in the structure of the argument. You can also find a complete guide to writing an introduction for an outstanding academic paper or study linked in the top right corner. The following elements should be included in the intro of your proposal: the context of your research topic, the motivation and relevance, the precise research problem, the objectives of your work and the research questions, the methodological approach, and the expected contributions. With the creation of your proposal, you already have a nearly complete draft of your final introduction. You can revise it at the end and adapt it to any changes that may come later. Step 2. A mini literature review. You can integrate this part of your proposal into the introduction. So, for example, before you propose your research question or questions, or position it afterwards with its own subheading. Where you place it is not so important. The important thing is that you demonstrate that you have conducted an initial literature search. Focus on current or closely related literature and clarify the most important terms beforehand. At the end of your research proposal, you should have a bibliography of about 1 page, which translates to 15 to 20 references. It's not enough to have only 3 or 4 references. Step 3. A theoretical framework. If your study is based on a theoretical concept or a specific model, then writing the proposal is the right time to commit to it. Explain it in basic terms and possibly include a figure that visualizes it. However, do not spend too much time on this part of your proposal, as it is the part that is most likely to change after you have received feedback from your supervisor. The amount of effort you put into this should depend on this one question: how detailed have you already discussed the theoretical foundation of your study with your supervisor? Keep in mind, theory is not the same as literature. Step 4. The outline of your final project. The preliminary outline is an essential part of writing a research proposal. It serves as a basis for further planning and discussion with your supervisor. A whole tutorial about creating a great outline is also linked in the top right corner. For the outline in your proposal, it is not enough to simply list the headings of the chapters you plan to write. Add about 1 paragraph to each heading, explaining what the section will be about. This should not happen on a content level, such as in the mini literature review, but rather on a descriptive meta level. Here you explain primarily what your approach is for each section to your supervisor. Before we continue with step 5, let me just say a few words about the sponsor of this video, Shribe. If you are looking for a proofreading service or plagiarism check for your scientific work, I can wholeheartedly recommend the team at Shribe. Just have a look at shribe.com and send me a short email to info@shribe.eu for an exclusive coupon code. Step 5, the timeline. The next step is a little bit like project management. You create a timeline by assigning specific milestones with a deadline. This signals to your supervisor that you have thoroughly thought through your work on a planning level as well. In addition, this timeline provides you with your own guideline for achieving intermediate goals. If you want to delve deeper into the topic, you can make yourself familiar with SMART goal setting. To really impress at this point, you can also add your timeline as a graphical representation to your research proposal. You can do this either as a Gantt chart, for example by using a free tool such as Gantt or also Excel, or with your own image, which you can put together using PowerPoint, for example. Step 6, bibliography. Don't forget to create a bibliography at the end of your research proposal. You can have it automatically created by using a reference management software. Good software, for example, includes the programs EndNote, Zotero, or Mendeley. Pick whatever you prefer and stick to it. It will save you so much time. Trust me. The last part of this tutorial will be a quick answer to the most frequently asked questions about writing a research proposal. How long should my research proposal be? The length of your proposal is usually determined by your department or your supervisor. Typically 3 to 5 pages are required. This length should not be exceeded or undershot in order to maintain the character of a research proposal. Can I reuse content from my proposal? Yes. Anything you research or write for your research proposal can be used in the final version of your study as well. How much time should I invest in my research proposal? Well, as much as possible. A proposal sets the groundwork for everything that comes after. If this groundwork is sound, you can impress your supervisor with a little extra effort, and it will be much easier for you to begin with the main project. What is the difference between a research proposal and an extended abstract? An extended abstract already includes the results in their basic form and how they can be presented in the context of previous and future research. This means that such an abstract is written most of the time when some of the research has already been conducted. A research proposal, in contrast, is written before the actual study takes place.